Live and Local is proudly sponsored by Dr. Fitzgerald and Associates. Protect your precious peepers. Eels and Tronvold Law Offices. Wang Collision and Repair Center in Fairfax. It's that time of year when high school graduates make the transition to the next step in their lives. Join KCRG 9.2 in wishing them well and honoring them for their accomplishment.
Cedar Rapids Community School District is proud to congratulate the class of 2017 and to recognize the academic achievements of all of our graduates. Each commencement ceremony celebrates the educational journey of growth and discovery and opens the door to new and exciting adventures in lifelong learning. To the graduates of Jefferson, Kennedy, Metro, and Washington High Schools, we say congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Good evening and welcome to the 2017 Metro High School graduation. Thank you for coming to celebrate this great event with our graduates tonight. I would like to acknowledge the Cedar Rapids Community School District Board of Education members in attendance this evening. President John Laverty, Vice President Gary Anhalt, Director Rafael Jacobo, and Director Kristen Jansen. I would also like to recognize Superintendent Brad Buck, I would especially like to recognize the parents, guardians, and family members of the graduates that have collaborated with the Metro staff to make this night possible. Graduating from high school is truly a team effort. Tonight is when we get to enjoy the results of all the efforts that the graduates have put in, that the staff has put in, and that the family has put in as well. Please welcome our first graduate for the evening, Sadie Malkhut.
Good evening. I'm Mary Vizecki, and I'm joined on stage by Deanne Walsh, and this is our graduate, Sadie Malkhut. Sadie is very nervous right now and has requested a sincere, heartfelt, albeit brief speech this evening. I am not gifted with the ability to be particularly succinct, but I shall try for her sake. From nearly day one, Sadie was looking for the fast track, the shortcut, or the back door that required 2 fast knocks as a secret code to unlock an education right now or yesterday. She had a hard time attending school every day and going about the daily business of classes, rinse, repeat. She just wanted to move on, like immediately, and could see her future clearly ahead. This desire finally pushed her to pursue the high set at Kirkwood. She had some stops and starts along the way, but she never lost sight of her goals and never lost touch with Metro. She would drop me a line every now and then and tell me she was making progress. One day I got a message from her that said, "I have 1 test left and I'll be done. I passed 1 of the tests at college level." And then finally, "Hey, it's Sadie. I graduated." I kept these messages on my phone because I could picture her saying these words out loud, so excited and proud with such anticipation of what's next. Sadie, you thanked me for never giving up on you, but I want to say thank you for not giving up on yourself. Without your drive and perseverance, you wouldn't be on the stage tonight. Congratulations on a job well done, and I wish you all the best in what lies ahead for you. Just remember that sometimes it's okay to take the scenic route. As the saying goes, life isn't about the destination, it's about the journey. Enjoy the journey. And now, cue the journey song, Don't Stop Believin'. Congratulations. This now concludes the recognition for high set recipients, and we'll move on to recognizing our graduates. First up is William Black.
Good evening, my name is Ben Sparbo. I'm joined with Gary Miller. You don't read, you look. Will I am or Mr. Black? Frankly, William, I don't know what the heck to say to you. Not the best way to start a speech, perhaps, but there it is. You have shown me 2 strong areas of your personality. You're capable of great focus, and you don't let challenges throw you off. I've seen what you're capable of when you put your mind to something, whether it's a basketball play to learn, a math problem to solve, a diploma to earn, or just beating Gary at chess. When you decide to get something done, you are vastly capable of getting it done. The problem, as you may know, is that sometimes you don't always commit to getting something done. You yourself have said in your writing that you're going to miss the push from teachers to do more. The whole reason I continue to work with the basketball teams to try to impress this lesson on you. At some point soon, there will not be anyone to push you to do better. At some point, you'll realize that good enough isn't good enough, and it's now up you to bridge that gap. William, as you are aware, the time is now upon you. You have to figure out what you want to do, and soon, and then apply your obvious strengths to getting that done. But I don't want this to all sound like a lecture, though, so allow me to lighten things up a little with a small anecdote. During practice, I tend to put on a tough coach-type persona, kind of like Coach Carter. I get intense and a little... I get intense and a little loud and really try to fire up players to give their best. Whenever I gave William directions or challenges, his response was always a rather lighthearted, "Alrighty," which I think is the only time I've heard "alrighty" used on the basketball court. And when you set that pick, open up to the ball and roll to the hoop hard. Got it? Alrighty. This just shows how capable you are of accepting and facing challenges. So, now let me leave you with just a little bit of parting wisdom. Don't accept good enough as good enough. Don't settle for average. Don't sell yourself short. Don't stop improving. Alrighty? You were supposed to say it. Congratulations. You're supposed to say it. Next up, James Lewis.
Well, we have a little surprise for James, because Ben was the person he picked as a speaker, but much like it's been all your time at Metro, I've chosen what's best for you, James. Taking it out of your hands. So James, I was thinking about, gosh, what is the things about James? What do we want to remember about James? I think about the school. Where would I see James all the time? Hallways, yes, I heard hallways. The nurse's office, the office, sometimes talking to the ladies, outside of the bathroom, talking, in another classroom that conveniently wasn't your classroom at the time. When you were in class, I remember you walking back and forth and around. Tammy, I gotta do something. I can't sit still. Does that sound like you? Yeah. Yes. Another thing I remember about James is James carried a backpack around. James, what was in your backpack? Food. That's nothing with learning, no education. So in memory of that, James, this is what James eats in a normal day, okay? Ramen noodles, and he always needs a bowl. There's your ramen noodles. Popcorn, somebody said popcorn. See, they know, you guys could probably name everything that he eats. I got you a special surprise, mac and cheese. It's got its own cup, so you don't need that. And he always had big bottles of blue. I don't remember what it was, so I got you 2 different kinds. Sweet tarts. We worked at Hiawatha. James got done in January, and then we worked to finish his last class. And I'd get texts, "Please bring food, Tammy." So, yes. Look, sweet tarts for you. And Pop-Tarts, another favorite. And these are the coolest Oreos with pop candy in them, James. You're gonna love those, man. All this right here, 6,700 calories. Look at James. And in a kind of a little serious moment, James, I put a lot of time in with you, and even though it drove me nuts at times, I appreciate that you were there and you came. Not every day, sometimes you wouldn't, and I have to call Mom, but you were. And what I asked for you is just one thing from all that time that I put with you. I want you to do me proud, your parents proud, your sister proud, and mostly make yourself proud. Thank you.
Tough act to follow. Oh, Isa Condren, please. I'm joined on stage with Isa with Ann Hoffman. When Isa and I first shared a class together, she hated me. A lot of kids do, but she found a way to hate that was more than a hate. It seethed, it radiated, it emanated. The hate was so strong that I found myself feeling hated even on the weekends. I'd be filling the car with gas, and out of the blue would be this distinct feeling of being hatred. Not sure why she hated me, but boy, oh boy, did she hate me. Now, I've been at this long enough that I usually don't take it personally. I figured she'd go her way and I'd go mine, and that would be that. So imagine my surprise when, in the midst of all this hatred, the next semester rolled around and Isa was back in class with me. But here's the funny thing. At one point during the semester, I noticed something was different. The hatred was gone, and it didn't dwindle down. There was no gentle transition as I slowly won her over, like the wolf in Dances with Wolves. It was like going to sleep in December and waking up in July, just bam. We went from stony silence to actual conversation, engagement, laughter, and all it took was a little bit of Shakespeare. I spoke with her recently about this fairly dramatic turnaround, and we both agreed that when the class turned to Shakespeare, her interest in the class and tolerance of me blossomed, which is totally interesting to me, as most students claim to hate Shakespeare, and it usually causes them to start hating me. With Isa, it was the opposite. It's safe to say that she became my favorite student in that class, and the most productive as well. We laugh about how much she used to hate me. So I was pleased when she asked me to be her speaker tonight, as it gave me a chance to send some parting words to her and to the rest of the graduates that I think are important. You are never as wise as you're going to become. You will meet people and ideas that are new and weird and a little bit scary, but you must remember that some of these things might turn out okay if you give them a chance. Or in the words of Shakespeare, love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. Just this morning, Isa, you came to me and told me how much you looked forward to our classes together and how much this building and its teachers have meant to you over the years. And while you wanted to thank us for all our help, I want to thank you for allowing us to help. Teaching can be hard, but knowing that we have students like you who clearly value your time in our building makes it so much easier. Isa, you are a smart, capable, thoughtful young woman, and I'm very happy to be on stage with you tonight to celebrate this accomplishment. I wish great things for you in the future. Congratulations. Good job, oh no. Eric Anderson. You done now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I can read your mind. This is written down.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, Ben.
Eric tends to make a strong impression. Like instantly. My first real memory of working with him was a somewhat heated argument about his inappropriate cell phone cover. I won't give the details, but to suffice it to say, it was hard to ignore. Then there was the time during lunch when he had somehow got a hold of an acoustic guitar and was walking around just making up songs. Then there's his fashion sense. It's amazing in my opinion, but there's nothing subtle about a shirt screen printed with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Cartoon Network characters or ODB pictures. And those are just the appropriate shirts. Eric has many talents and abilities, but perhaps his most impressive is his ability to get me off track and into talking about random subjects. I've known a lot of students capable of getting me off task, but Eric is like a Zen master at it. I don't even know what's happening most of the time. He's so good at hijacking my train of thought that he can actually tell me he's going to get me off track, and I'll still be powerless to stop it. He'll ask a question, and bam, 15 minutes later, I'll realize we're still talking. Current events, politics, fashion, the evolution of hip-hop, the trailers for the new version of It, and how we hope there aren't too many, like, scary movie jumps, because those are just played out. You name it, Eric and me can get talking about it. And while this may seem like he's not interested in school, it really just illustrates his love for knowledge. In fact, just the other day, I overheard him say, I don't play sports, I don't rap, all I got's my brain. He truly is interested in knowledge and will pursue it wherever he can. Eric, I know you had hoped to finish your high school from Jefferson, but I have to say that I'm very happy you weren't able to. I've seen what your determination allowed you to achieve. I've seen the amount of hard work you put into graduating this semester, and I've seen you develop a focus for education that I am selfishly glad to have been a part of. At the end of last year, I wasn't too sure what to expect out of you. It was very satisfying to be able to witness you taking control of your education and making the sacrifices necessary to graduate tonight. One of the best things about you, though, is how you acknowledged how far you've come. The person you were a few years ago is not the person who is graduating tonight. Indeed, that person would have never graduated at all. And so, it's truth, right? And so, as you move forward in whatever field you ultimately choose, know that you have the capacity to achieve your goals and to make your dreams realities. Now leave.
Woo!
Thank you.
Siwema Desiree.
Many students long for the day when they turn 18. They are free to make their own adult decisions. Much of the time, those decisions are reckless, irresponsible, and a little immature. Last summer, after Siwema made a few of those reckless, irresponsible, and immature decisions, she made the most adult decision she could make, and that was to return to school. During her year at Metro, Siwema has continued to mature and make those difficult adult decisions. She has worked on controlling her anger and became a great friend to her classmates. She has worked hard to pass her citizenship test and has been a member of the STEAM Academy. She has learned to advocate for herself and seek out those individuals who provide her with the support she needs. Siwema, I know the life that you have been given has been filled with many sharp turns and harsh situations. I know it is scary to not know what is waiting for you around the corner and never knowing exactly what the world is going to give you. But my advice to you is this: give the world what you want to receive. Mother Teresa believed, people are often unreasonable and self-centered, forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motives, be kind anyway. If you are honest, people may cheat you, be honest anyway. If you find happiness, people may be jealous, be happy anyway. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow, do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give your best anyway. The world is a crazy, messy, beautiful place. So in a world where you can be anything, be kind. You deserve it. Congratulations.
You gotta mix it up. There you go.
Morgan Tusing. Yesterday, as I looked through Morgan's portfolio of her time at Metro, I found 3 years of midterm and end-of-the-year credit reports. There were more than a few zeros glaring back at me from the pages of those reports. You see, Morgan was here, and then she wasn't. She'd enroll in classes and then disappear again. There were even a few terms that she didn't have a schedule. However, Morgan was never really gone from us. I always knew she would come back. I'm just not sure she always knew it. During one fall semester, Morgan went on the canoe trip with our outdoor ed program. Mary recently told me about how during this trip, Morgan and her partner were too close to the shore, tipped their canoe, and fell into the water. I would have been a disaster if I would have fallen into the Wisconsin River, but Mary said Morgan took it in stride, keeping her composure and calmly gathering herself in order to continue on her journey. This came as no surprise to me. Although she doesn't believe this about herself, Morgan handles everything that is thrown at her in the same graceful manner. Morgan, you have consistently brought joy and happiness to my world. You can rock purple hair better than anyone else can. Your artistry and creativity is inspiring, and I am in awe of your ability to keep going even though giving up was the easier and more attractive option. In an essay about her time at Metro, Morgan wrote, "I hope I am remembered as that awesome chick with the hedgehog." Morgan, although I will always remember the visits from your hedgehog, I will remember your never-ending tenacity, your kind heart, and gracious spirit much more than the girl with the spiky mammal. I am so very proud of you. Congratulations. Dale Cook. Dale enrolled at Metro in March of 2015, and although I was not originally his advisor, I often had him in class. During his time at Metro, Dale has worked at a local car wash. He would typically only have a morning schedule, which allowed him to work countless hours washing and drying and polishing cars as they passed by on the conveyor. I began to think that there had to be some connection between life and a car wash, so with a little help from the internet, this is what I came up with. That strong chemical pre-soak is like the tough words and negativity that we all face in our lives. The high-pressure wash represents the harsh reality of bad news and unexpected disappointments. Foggy windows equal foggy minds, never quite sure which way to go. Drops of clean water symbolize those little moments of hope and that keep you going. And that strong forced air dry is the moment when you cross the finish line and you realize there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Dale, you are a hard worker and a dedicated employee. My wish for you is that you are able to shake off the chemical soak, see through the fog, and recognize the goodness in each little drop of water. In life, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. But I really hope that in your life, you're the windshield way more than the bug. Congratulations. Dalli Al-Hasawi. You've been mocking me for at least a week that I hadn't started your speech yet. And at 3 o'clock this afternoon, I was still staring at a blank screen, trying to figure out how I was going to tell your story. I wanted to talk about how when you first came to Metro, I practiced saying your name over and over and over again so I would get it just right. I wanted to talk about our shopping trips to buy work clothes, trying to determine if the V was too low, and how you would roll your eyes at my old lady choices. I wanted to talk about how I haven't had leftovers in 2.5 years because you always steal my food, my chocolate, and my Diet Coke. I wanted to talk about how I took your prom dress to be dry cleaned. I wanted to talk about how we waited in line to get your driver's permit and your bank account and filed your taxes. I wanted to talk about how my classroom is decorated with notes and posters and pictures that you have made for me, and how my room already feels a little bare. I wanted to talk about how I sat across the table from you while you processed the new existence of your own personal guardian angel. And I wanted to talk about family. Dalli, family is family, whether it's the one you start out with, the one you end up with, or the family you gain along the way. You are my family. I'm proud of that. and I'm proud of you. Earlier today, I gave you a small compass. I told you that a compass helps one find their way. There have been many times that you have been lost, times that you have been unsure of which way to turn or didn't feel as if you had anyone to turn to. Dowie, you will continue to have times in your life when you feel lost and unsure, but I want you to keep the compass to guide you. I want you to be able to always find your way, and I want you to know that I will be with you wherever you go. Congratulations. Kamiya Fox.
The saying goes, the eyes are the window to the soul, and for most people, that is exactly right. But as beautiful as Kamiya's eyes are, her window is her smile. Working in the office, we were the first ones to see Kamiya when she came to school. You could immediately tell what kind of day it was going to be. If she came in with a big smile and a hug, you knew she was ready to learn something. If she came in with a laugh and a sigh, you knew there was going to be a story. Sometimes, as life causes, she would come in with an upside-down smile, and I knew she just needed a hug. Kamiya's life has not always been sunshine and rainbows. There were moments in her life that would make many young people hard and mean. Kamiya has taken this life, taken these hard moments, and turned them into a smile. Her positive attitude is infectious, and her laugh is so full of joy. Now, that's not to say she doesn't have her share of tears and sadness and anger and frustration. Kamiya has taken those tears and those feelings of frustration and turned herself into a strong, self-sufficient, independent woman. Kamiya, wherever your path leads you, follow it with confidence. You are an amazing young soul, and you have so much to offer this world. Continue on your journey, and remember, behind you, all your memories. Before you, all your dreams. All around you, all who love you. Within you, all you need. Congratulations. Thank you. Jose Milian Ramirez.
Good evening, I'm Stacy Mangrich, joined on stage with Dan Walsh and our graduate, Jose. Jose began at Metro this semester with graduation on his mind. He started with a hardworking, positive attitude. He had great attendance, was productive in class, and always polite and respectful to those around him. He also made sure to balance school and work. I remember thinking to myself that I wouldn't have to worry about him. He would easily do what needed to happen to graduate tonight. No sooner did I think that, and his attendance started to slip. As much as he would talk about graduating, his actions didn't always demonstrate that. My worry gradually grew as he maintained his cool, calm, and collected demeanor. 1 week ago, it was crunch time, and Jose was given an ultimatum. Then, just yesterday, he commented, "Why did I do this to myself? All this pressure I've put on myself." I wish I had the answer. Honestly, I think that you liked seeing me sweating and running around asking your teachers daily how it was going and what you still had to do. At the end of the day yesterday, you came to me for help in studying for your econ final. You knew it all, and Chris commented that you even went above and beyond. When asked about your final writing for Ben's class, you commented, "I'm going to add the icing tonight. Ben has done a great job of teaching, and I need to give him a quality piece of work. It may have taken him till the last minute today, but Jose rose to the occasion by putting in the extra time and energy to accomplish his goal of graduating tonight. I'm proud of you for stepping up and doing what needed to be done. Make sure to do that in life as well. There will definitely be times when the going gets tough, but that is when your true self shines. Let everyone see the motivated, focused, hardworking, polite, and intelligent young man you really are. The sky is the limit. Congratulations. Congratulations.
You helped me out.
You did it. Sandra Swift. We are joined on stage with Deb and our graduate, Sandra. I am so proud of the young woman standing next to me. Sandra may look small, but she has the strength and courage of a giant. She does not allow the challenges that she faces every day to keep her from being happy and successful. Even when at her lowest point of despair, she fights through and comes out even stronger. She shows this by being such a great student. She is always polite and respectful to everyone around her. She works hard every single day and gives her best at everything that she does. With all of her challenges, she could easily fall behind in school, but instead, she uses it as motivation to push even harder. She takes advantage of every spare minute to accomplish what she needs to get done. She even called the school to ask how to access Canvas from the public library computers. It is this drive and commitment that gives me comfort in her moving on to Kirkwood in the fall. Sandra, please remember, life is more important than anything else, so make sure to take care of yourself first. Everything else can be figured out later. Rely on your support system and know that we are always here for you. Congratulations and good luck. Dean Biggs. You're over here. Come on.
Hey, brother man.
You all right?
I'm doing great.
Hold it together. Let Terry do the speaking.
Good evening. In the course of your life, have you ever run across people that you just genuinely like? And you've just ran into somebody for the first time and you say, I like that guy, or I like that person. This is how it was with Dean and I. And Dean, it's a marked compliment for me to be your speaker tonight. I want you to know that. He and I are dog guys.
Like wolves.
Yes. He has a dog named Lady Liberty that he really takes care of a lot. So that warmed my heart to him. But I tell you what, there's a lot of things in Dean's life and in my life at Metro that I've not seen, but I tend to believe. Great. The first thing I've not seen, but I tend to believe, is Dean entering school through a window instead of the door. Not seen it?
Melinda and Patrick Biggs for you.
Not seen it, but I believe it.
All right.
I've not seen a young man move his bicycle in the school down the hall to 6th Hour and park it there in the wintertime. Not seen it, but I believe it, Dean.
What's he talking about?
I've not seen a young man sit with a fellow student and comfort them in a time of when it was tough for them. I've not seen it, but I believe it. This is a young man who has a unique, impulsive personality. He's the type of kid that you would say has a heart of gold. He has written that he wants to dispel greed in the world. That's interesting. He wants to be remembered as a kid who wanted to change the world. He remembers to be grateful, especially to a person like his granddad. And when he was on the last trip that the Metro people took, on the camping trip, he came across a rock.
Did I find that one?
Yes, you did. Actually, you found 2 rocks.
I found both of them.
And what was interesting about these 2 rocks was that when you place one on the other, it's almost like you see a sunrise or a sunset.
Can I take a picture with them? Terry?
Dean,
Terry,
you ready?
Can I take a picture with them?
At the end.
You can.
Okay.
But I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the things that you're good at. And there's several. You're persistent, you have a lot of grit, you have a lot of guts. But take what you're good at and apply it to other people like you have, and continue to do that, and you'll find that your life will be a lot happier. So Dean, chase your sunrise. I'll talk to you later.
All right, let me talk real quick.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks, Dean. Thanks, buddy. Isaiah Brown.
what's going on? Hey, face it to me.
So I'm joined this time by Pam Vasquez. Isaiah and Dalli have been needling me for most of the semester about whether or not I'm going to cry during this speech. Current odds are 2-1, yes. I've been writing this speech in my head for about 2 months, ever since it became clear that Isaiah was going to graduate. But to be honest, I actually started drafting it in my head last year, when I first realized that Isaiah was going to graduate this year. I've done lots of drafts, starts that didn't feel right. I had one that focused on how rough he was when he started, and one that tried to compare Isaiah's time in school to a caterpillar turned into a butterfly. But rather than drum out his past or hide my emotions in humor, let me just say this. I am incredibly proud of you. No disrespect to any other graduate, but I've never been happier to be on this stage than I am right now. The amount of hard work you've put in these years is simply amazing. The obstacles you've met, the burdens you've overcome, the personal growth you've been able to achieve, words fail to express how proud I am of you. You didn't do it alone. You had a whole lot of adults on your side. Above all, your grandma and your mom never gave up on you and never let you give up on yourself. But ultimately, what makes me so proud of you is that you did all the hard work yourself. You recognized that something needed to change, you put in the hard work to make that change, and you saw it through. You took charge of your life and your education, and you graduated. You gave yourself hope, and you gave me hope. You're one of the best reasons I have for being a teacher in this building. We must not be defined by our worst moments and our worst decisions. It is not the decision, but the reflection that defines us. Everyone in this room has made mistakes. A good person isn't one who never makes mistakes. A bad person is one who never learns. That is, I think, one of the definitions of learning. Isaiah, there was a time when I didn't think you'd ever graduate. Now I'm confident that you are ready to face the future and make the best decisions you can to earn the life you deserve, and I am so very proud of you. Lutonski, please.
Oh, don't cry. Oh, man. Oh. Good evening. My name is Melinda Wilcox, and I'm with Heather Trilk, and we're joined on stage by our graduate, Carly. Carly, we are so proud of you for completing your high school diploma. There was a time when Heather and we didn't see you very often, and we were really worried you might not finish. So we are very happy that you chose to follow through with your education. As I thought about tonight, what I was going to say, I thought I want my message to fit Carly. Ever since I've known her, which has been several years, there's been a lot of talk about tattoos. Her dad runs a tattoo shop, and so she has a background full of tattoo knowledge, and she even has a couple tattoos herself. I use the word couple lightly. I did some tattoo research, and I realized that getting a tattoo is a lot like getting your education. There are many similarities. First of all, you have to do the research. You plan out your tattoo, you plan out your schooling. Second of all, you always go for quality. Pay good money to get a nice tattoo, and it's important to invest in your education. Third, you gotta be creative. Don't get a tattoo that everyone else has, just like in school. Take the classes you will enjoy and that you like. Number 4, you have to be healthy. Eat something before you get a tattoo. Eat healthy at school. Number 5, accept the pain. Tattoos can sometimes hurt. School can also be painful at times. No pain, no gain. Number 6, make sure it's really what you want. Don't get a tattoo just because your friends are doing it. Get a tattoo and get your education for the right reasons. Finally, number 7, please follow the care instructions. Do what the tattoo shop tells you to do, right? Keep it clean, be responsible, and follow through. Sounds just like what Heather, Sarah, Debbie, and I would say about school. Carly, you are a hard worker, you are artsy, you are colorful and bright in so many ways. We love you very much. We are proud of you for finishing your high school diploma. I want you to know that your tattoo knowledge and our many conversations has rubbed off on me. So in honor of you tonight, I wanted you to know I went out this afternoon and I got a tattoo.
Oh my gosh!
Carly, this is not goodbye, as you would say. This is see you later. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Isaac Smith. How we doing? Nervous? Yeah. Hang in there. It's okay. We're not going to get you. Good evening. Chuck is joined on stage with me and Isaac. I want to start tonight with some facts and observations that I've known about Isaac. First, Isaac started at Metro part-time, and he was also enrolled at Polk part-time. Isaac then transitioned to Metro as a full-time student the next school year. Isaac is graduating in 4 years. I have known Isaac and most all of his family for many years. Isaac used to be shorter than me, and now he's taller than me. Isaac is very smart, funny, loyal, knows every NBA team. He wrote them on my whiteboard one day by memory, and almost all the players. He enjoys playing basketball, and he loved being part of the Metro basketball team. I know he's ready to be done with high school. He enjoys working with his hands, he likes his car, he loves music, loves to draw, cares about others, he wants to be successful, and he loves his family. I researched a definition of family that fits our graduation ceremony tonight, and I think it fits Isaac. Family is those who are important to us, not just those who we share DNA with. Family is those that we hold dear in our hearts. Family is those who come into our lives and stay through thick and thin. Strong feelings are always there. Family is those who give and those who receive. Based on this definition, families can be found almost anywhere, in your home, at work, and in the school environment. Isaac is part of our Metro family. Isaac and I have been through thick and thin in the last 4 years. We are all very proud of the growth he has made, and I know he will remember all the conversations, stories, and lessons he learned. He is ready to take the next step in life, which involves moving beyond home and school. He has started working in a manufacturing training program. Isaac, the Metro staff wants you to remember how important you are as a member of our Metro family, and hope you continue to experience the joys and responsibilities of being part of a family, no matter where you go and what you choose to do. Congratulations.
I'm so proud of you. Good kiddo.
Cassandra Randall. You're good. No thanks. Okay, we're good. Cassie has attended Metro for the past 2 years. Her journey, I think, has been similar to Dorothy's journey in The Wizard of Oz. So I want you to think of The Wizard of Oz. As we all know, Dorothy's journey started with a tornado. Then she faced the Wicked Witch of the West, flying monkeys, talking trees, and finally the Wicked Witch of the West again. Cassie's Metro journey was not easy either. She faced long work hours, school absences, illness, a house fire, moving, not waking up on time for school, working 2 jobs, transportation issues, and various other situations. The 2 journeys, Cassie and Dorothy's, also had other parallels. Dorothy wanted to return to Kansas or go back home. On her journey, she met some amazing friends, the Lion, Tin Man, and Scarecrow. Cassie wanted to finish high school. She also met some amazing people along the way, the Metro staff and students. The Metro staff helped her see that she can complete academic tasks at high levels, that she can make good decisions for her future, that she has the courage to go on trips and try new things, and she has a big heart to help others in her community. Both Dorothy and Cassie leaned on others for support during their journeys. Both girls learned they're strong enough to face whatever challenges come to them. Cassie, tonight is the moment that you have waited for. You worked hard to earn your diploma. You followed through with your academic classes. You participated in lots of fun school trips, and you have given back to your community. You have made the most out of your Metro journey. You are now ready to begin a new journey. You have enrolled in Project Success, which will build your job skills and assist you with your future goals. We are so very proud of you. I want you to believe in yourself and don't forget to follow the yellow brick road. Congratulations. Love you, honey. Emmett Townsend.
Hello everyone, my name is Chris Kilberg and I teach social studies here at Metro High School. And this is Chuck Tonelli, who teaches science, and we would like to take this time to recognize the graduate Emmett Townsend. As a teacher at Metro, I have been given a great opportunity to meet so many great students in my last 11 years. I am able to see students progress and improve from when they first started at Metro and where they are today at graduation. At first glance, Emmett may appear quiet and shy, and you would be right to make that assumption at first glance. The best part about my job is getting to know students like Emmett on a more personal level and finding out who Emmett really is behind the quiet demeanor that he presents. Emmett has an appreciation for classical music. He loves to read fantasy novels, he enjoys military strategy games, and still has ambitions of creating his own board game someday. Along with his other interests, he has taken the time to read up on making leather pouches and has taken the time to learn how to stitch them correctly so that he can make them available for sale and have a quality product. Maybe an entrepreneur someday. He's quite an impressive and talented young man. He's more than just that quiet kid that just sits in the classroom. Emmett, you started at Metro as a freshman, and we have only seen you grow as the years went along. You stepped out of your comfort zone and took part in robotics competitions for the last 3 years. You were a part of Project Aware that cleaned trash from the streams and rivers. You took part in the national parks trips last summer, and you have really taken advantage of other opportunities while attending Metro. Emmett, you are a more confident version of yourself today, and I know you recognize that. I'm thankful to have been given a chance to be able to call you a friend. I know you will continue to work at the many passions you have for yourself. You really are a great person, Emmett Townsend, and I have really appreciated my time getting to know you over the years. Emmett, I wish you the very best, and I want you to know that I'm proud of you and what you have accomplished here tonight. Congratulations, Emmett. Next up, Josh Vandergrift. I'm now met on stage by Ben Sparbo, who teaches LA, and we would like to take the time to recognize the graduate, Josh Vandergrift. When it comes to Josh, he has a fun personality. He is a man with a few names. This was my first introduction to him as he was sitting in my classroom. My first memory of Josh is when he mentioned to me that he thought Chris was a good name. I told him that I seemed to really like it. And after we continued talking, he told me that he would like to have a name like Chris. I then told Chris, thanks. It became kind of a running joke from there on. Little did I know that later on in the day, while talking to Mary V, I would also come to find out that he thought Chaz was a good name. He thought that name fit him well also. So goes the story, Josh, the student with a few names. Josh and I were talking about a speech last week, and I was telling him some of my ideas for it. In addition, I mentioned to him that giving a short speech just doesn't always do it justice, of what students like him mean to me over the years. Josh told me that, honestly, Chris, you could say anything, and it would be an honor coming from you. Josh, it's a comment like this that reemphasizes how much I appreciate students like you here at Metro High School. As a student within the classroom, you went from having the skill and not necessarily the will at all, to having the skill and the will. I can't tell you enough of how proud I am of you. You're a good person with a kind heart for others. I've really appreciated our conversations covering topics like aquaponics and the rise of artificial intelligence, and later finding out that when staff shared out student positives during a meeting, you were reading books to better understand how artificial intelligence works. These are the conversations that I will miss the most, and the times that you would just stop by randomly during my class time. Josh, it has been an honor getting to know you these past couple of years. I'm truly grateful. You make my profession truly gratifying, and I hope you know that the impact that we've had on you is equal to the impact you have on us. I know you will continue to find answers to your curiosities, and I know you will continue to find answers to your curiosities, and I know you will make a great electrician someday. I look forward to hearing what you are up to in the years to come after tonight. Congratulations, Josh. Next up, Kat Lauderdale. I am met on stage by Sarah Sullivan, who teaches language arts, and we would like to take the time to recognize the graduate, Kat Lauderdale. I had the opportunity to get to know Kat after she took an economics course with me last semester. From what I saw as a teacher within the classroom, I can tell you that Kat is a very intelligent young woman who is very well organized. What I admire most about you, Kat, is that you never let any of the challenges or circumstances that you have faced deprive you from a chance of graduating this evening. You have reached this stage because you refuse to quit. I admire you for this, and I want you to know that I appreciate having the opportunity of just even getting to know you, even if it was only for a short while. I can only imagine all the insights you could have provided me had I known you earlier. Kat, I hope that you do take the time to celebrate and recognize what you have just accomplished this evening. I hope that in the near future you are able to lead a life that you are proud of and a life that others can look towards as a model. I wish you the very best, and I'm better for having an opportunity of getting to know you this past year. Congratulations, Kat. Next up, Colin Ayers.
Hello, everybody. My name's Shannon Ellis, joined with Colin and Chris Kilberg here. Tonight, it's my pleasure to speak to you about Colin and with Colin about this very significant moment in one's life. Colin, I want you to know that we recognize your hard work and effort to be on this graduation stage tonight. I think you understand, but I want to be clear, you earned this diploma. Your years of school and your dedication to this goal has made graduation a reality. Colin arrived at Metro like so many students in the middle of structured chaos. He joined my U.S. History class, Career Connections class. He was thrust into a number of crazy projects and activities, and without hesitation, Colin began working on Metro-made products, going on industry tours, participating in the University of Iowa's Innovation Expo for entrepreneurship. Colin became an invaluable part of our team. Through these activities, and knowing Colin as an advisee, I have gained tremendous respect and confidence in his ability to meet the demands of a world that's changing and a workplace that's changing even faster. Colin, as significant as it is to be prepared with academic skills, our staff recognizes the importance of providing students skill development in the area of what's called 21st century skills. These skills involve communication, decision-making, interpersonal, and lifelong learning. I have seen you challenge yourself in these areas and put into practice many of these skills proficiently. I would say your ability to collaborate and problem solve are two of your greatest strengths. So tonight, the only words of wisdom I want to share come from Mike Rowe, the host of the TV program Dirty Jobs. Get yourself hired, show up early, stay late, become indispensable. Don't worry about if your job will make you happy, because happiness does not come from a job. It comes from knowing what you truly value and behaving in a way that's consistent with those beliefs. I'm very proud of what you've accomplished here. I know your family's proud. Celebrate this moment. Congratulations. Way to go. Our next graduate, Meghan Nine.
Hello, my name is Chris once again. I am now met on stage by Maddie Richard, who teaches language arts, and we would like to recognize the graduate Meghan Nine. Meghan first approached me about writing a speech for her at graduation, and I have to say I was deeply honored. There are just so many great qualities that she possesses. She has a level of kindness that is unmatched. I've seen her talk with students and teachers alike, and she has made their day better just being around her. What I like about Meghan is that she defines herself, and she does not let others define her. Meghan first came to Metro as a young 15-year-old sophomore with great abilities. However, I don't really believe she saw how capable she really was at that time. Over the years, I've seen her grow into a strong young woman who has an ability to lead. She strongly supports the environment and cares about the community around her. There's a story she shared with me following the weekend of the St. Patrick's Day Parade just this year here in Cedar Rapids. As the parade was happening, Meghan and her friends grabbed bags from New Bull Market to clean the debris that littered the streets. And when people thanked her, and some even offered her money, she politely declined and kindly gave them directions on where the bags were located and how they could help. Meghan, there are not enough words to describe the person who I see you to be, especially in a brief speech given on a graduation night. However, I know that I am extremely proud of the person that you are each and every day, and that I'll miss seeing you around Metro in the days to follow. And I look forward to hearing all about the great ideas and the goals that you now know you are more than capable of accomplishing. Congratulations, Meghan. Next up, Kiara Simmons.
Good evening. I'm Mary Vizecki, and I'm joined on stage by Sarah Collingsworth, and this is our graduate, Kiara Simmons. Kiara enrolled with us as a freshman, and I immediately liked her. I told her that we were kindred spirits because of our fashion sense. I mean, when I was in high school, I wore ripped jeans with brightly colored tights showing through the holes, and red high tops, jar lid-sized hoop earrings, and bib overalls with one strap hanging. I mean, I really pushed the envelope. Kiara is like this too. She is bright and beautiful and always dressed to impress. She has her own style and knows who she is, which is refreshing to see. Kiara and I bonded quickly as an advisor-advisee pair. She has always been very easy to talk with, and we've shared lots of laughs over the years as she told me stories about her family and showed me pictures and videos of her little sister, Jaleesa. Where are you? There she is. And speaking of her family, a big chunk of them are here tonight to cheer her on. What I want to say to her parents in particular, Lisa and Jimmy, is thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a Metro mom to Kiara. Not having children of my own, it's my privilege to be motherly to her. Kiara has definitely been one of my Metro daughters. I've loved her, encouraged her, and even scolded her, mostly about math and boys and her excessive sugar intake. This girl once ate a 1-pound gummy bear she got online. It was impressive. But truly, Kiara, you will forever have a special place in my heart. I'm so proud of how kind and inclusive you are. You're incredibly aware of how others are feeling, and you will be a friend to anyone. You are consistently positive, friendly, helpful, and understanding towards everyone you meet. You don't know cliques, nor do you abide by them. You have the ability to see through a person's flaws, fears, and insecurities to who they really are, and then you work to bring their goodness to the surface. It's a rare quality in a person, especially a teenager. You've earned countless scholarships and awards because you are an exceptional person, and I hope that you will hold that truth close to your heart. Never forget how special you are and how much goodness you have inside you to offer the world. As you go to Kirkwood this fall, I hope you will stop in now and then and give your Metro mom a hug. I'll sure miss you, Ari. Congratulations. Next up, Nicholas Robertson. Good evening. I'm joined by Sarah Collingsworth again, and this is our graduate, Nick Robertson. So, Sarah and I are the Metro Theater directors, and while Nick has been with us, he's played an integral role in our speech and theater program, so it seemed fitting to us that we would add some theatrical elements to Nick's speech. Don't be alarmed if we burst into some choral reading or perhaps some singing, maybe even a kick line. Sarah really likes a good kick line. And Nick likes a good kick start.
Oh, man.
To start his day. So, Let's kick this off, shall we? And as Nick would say, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Nick enrolled with us only just this semester. And I truly can't think of a nicer guy to speak for. It's really my honor to be on the stage with him. And I know it sounds cliche, but if you look up the word kind in the dictionary, you would see Nick's picture. And then you would be directed to other words. See also, polite, friendly, dedicated, encouraging, positive. Nick is just an all-around, genuine, authentic guy who impresses everyone he meets with the way he presents himself, and that's going to continue to serve him well in the future. Even though Nick was with us for only a short time, he managed to earn some major accomplishments. Social Studies Outstanding Student Award, Service Learning Award, Future Educator Achievement Award, American Citizenship Award, and All-State Speech Participant in the category of Literary Program. These accolades are all noteworthy, but Sarah and I are especially fond of the All-State nomination. Being speech nerds ourselves, we know how hard it is, like nearly impossible, really, to get to All-State speech, where the best of the best in the state are chosen to advance to the festival, and it is awesome. So Nick will forever remain the first Metro student ever to make it to All-State. At the festival, there was a professional photo area set up, and we, of course, had to take advantage of that. Sarah and I would like to recreate the picture for you now. It looks something like this. We are ridiculously proud of Nick, not only for his accomplishments and awards, but for the person that he is. As he wrote for the Metro Spring Show just last week, I remember a time when things were different, but not better nor worse. Nick, you've endured and persevered. You're from red earth to the cold winters of Iowa. You've been high and low, but no matter what, please know that we see the fantastic young man you are and couldn't be happier that you walked through our doors and shared your talents with us. Congratulations, and all the best in your bright future.
Thank you.
Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Nick, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You can hold it. Keep it all. Keep it all. You're good. You're good. Keep it all. Here we go.
Kelly Woolner, please. Now I'm joined on stage by Stacy Mangrich, and this is our graduate, Kelly Woolner. So I'm going to give you an analogy that I know Kelly will appreciate because she is a deep thinker and a poet, and she likes when I get all symbolic. So I'm at this art museum recently, and a piece of pottery catches my eye. It appears to have been broken, but the cracks are filled with gold. It's absolutely captivating, so I read the accompanying plaque and I learn about the specific art form. In Japan, there's a craftsman practice over 500 years old called kintsugi, or golden joinery, which is a method of restoring a broken piece with a lacquer that is mixed with gold, silver, or platinum. When something breaks in Japan, you don't throw the pieces in the trash, you fix it. In Japanese culture, it's very important to understand the history behind the material. This is interwoven with the philosophy of wabi-sabi, which means to find beauty in broken things. The gold-filled cracks of a once broken item are a testament to its history, and the belief is that it elevates its beauty because it has been restored. Kelly, you already know where I'm going with this. You have been on very windy roads and have endured an incredible amount of pain and loss in your life, and at times you still see yourself as broken. But I want to tell you that you are not broken. Those cracks are grief. Those cracks are haunting memories. Those cracks are anxiety, but those cracks are being filled, and you are more beautiful and stronger than you've ever been before. Your resilience is like the gold joinery that holds you together and makes you shine. You shine in the classroom with your positive attitude and work ethic. You shine when you walk into a room and smile because you radiate a genuine and warm quality that makes people want to be near you. And you absolutely shine on the stage and behind a microphone. Your presence in speech and theater has been extraordinary. You not only understand poetry and literature, but you feel it and can perform it with such grace and passion. I've come to you several times for your creative opinion because I very much respect and admire your perspective. You shine. One of my favorite memories of Kelly is when we were able to participate in a local spoken word event together through The Hook. Both of us submitted writing for it, and both of our pieces were chosen to be showcased, so we got the chance to celebrate that together. That night, when she was performing, sharing a personal experience that many would find it hard to verbalize, Kelly stood proud and was able to speak so eloquently, no doubt inspiring others who have dealt with similar issues. I was in awe of her. Kelly, this is just more evidence that you are a human example of kintsugi. As you wrote recently in your I Am From poem, now I speak up, my womanhood can defeat any obstacle. Now I am only steps away from not being the statistic I couldn't fathom overcoming. Now adventuring, my mind is less terrifying than the dark, and now all I can see is beauty. Kelly, you are not broken, but restored, and you'll continue to shine. Congratulations on your graduation and for the person you are. James Nemeth.
Good evening. My name is Erin Payne Christensen, and I'm joined on stage by Stacy and our graduate, James Nemeth. James joined my language arts class when he arrived at Metro this fall. I was immediately struck by his academic abilities and his artistic talent. As time passed, I discovered that not only is James smart and talented, he is kind, patient, accepting, a kid with the very best heart.
Oh, you are.
You already got me. Like so many of our students, I think James found Metro at just the right time. Metro offered a place for James to recenter, refocus, and start again. He took advantage of this fresh start, and with that opportunity and with time, James found a calm. James, I want to thank you for finding your way to us. I have been blessed to have had you as a student and to get to know you as a person. I look forward to seeing you continue on your path into adulthood. You are transitioning to the next stage of your life, and I think you are ready for it. I know you plan to take a year off and to work and save some money. I hope you find a job that puts to use some of your amazing skill set. I hope that when the time is right, you find your way back to an educational setting. I also hope, no matter where you find yourself or what you end up doing, you never stop reading and writing and drawing. Most importantly, James, I hope you find peace within yourself and within your world. I hope happiness and love find their way to you. I hope the accomplishment that we are celebrating tonight is simply a step in that direction. James, congratulations on your graduation. Our next graduate is Skyline Clark.
You already made me cry.
We got this. We got this.
Okay. Hey, Jeff. How you doing?
I am joined on stage by Jeff Sabin and our graduate, Sky Lynn. That's really long. Sky and I have been joking about how if we both burst into tears up here, we're just going to hand the speech over to Jeff and he'll finish reading it. Yeah, I guess we better just get through it.
Okay, we can do it.
One of the first times I met Sky in advisor group, she said, "I'm planning to graduate in 3 years." This, you may know, is not typical of a Metro student, or really any high school student. Sky, however, is far from typical. So we stand here tonight on the graduation stage in cap and gown. That's right, after 3 years of high school. On this path to her goal, no matter the bumps, Sky has maintained her determination, earning full credit in all of her classes, except one, since beginning at Metro. Having known Sky now for just 2 years, I think she is an extraordinarily observant person. She watches the situation she is in and the people she is surrounded by. She thinks about what she's observed. I think this is why Sky decided she wanted to graduate early. I think she made a decision back at her old school that she wanted to earn her high school diploma, that it was important, and then she wanted to move on. Sky will tell you that she is so happy to be done with high school, but she will rattle off the multiple people who have influenced her, the teachers she's connected with, and the adults who've impacted her. So I guess it wasn't all bad. Sky, we've had so many conversations about so many things. I was having a hard time trying to distill it all into a brief speech. Should I reminisce, give advice, try to explain you to the world? Finally, I simply settled on this. It is my hope as you move forward that you remember to appreciate the positive things that surround you and then to seek out more of those things that are good for you and that make you happy, because you deserve that. Now, Skyline, congratulations on your graduation. Smile for that picture. Our next graduate is Jade Kissinger. I'm on. I'm good. I'm fine. I got this. I'm joined on stage by Chris Kilberg and our graduate, Jade Kissinger. At some point first semester, this fall of 2016, Jade and I were discussing graduation. She said, "I'd like to graduate next year." That sounded like a great plan to me, because I thought that next year meant next school year. And then Jade clarified things for me. She meant the next calendar year, the end of this school year, a whole year sooner than I'd been thinking. At that point, it was absolutely feasible for Jade to graduate in May of 2017. But she'd have to earn full credit in every class, and she'd have to complete some online coursework. Now, Jade is very smart and completely capable of earning full credit. She just hadn't earned full credit in any of her previous terms. So, shortly after I realized that Jade wanted to graduate this May, the two of us sat down with Mom, we looked at the plan, and I laid it out pretty clearly. I believe my words were, "I don't know if you can do it, but I hope that you prove me wrong." So, Jade set out to do so. This year was a year where Jade did many things she'd never done before. She worked her way onto the 80% attendance board. She traveled out of state with the outdoor ed program, hiking, canoeing, camping, weathering the worst. Now, as you can see, Jade did one more thing she'd never done before. She earned full credit in all of her classes. She proved me wrong. And I have never been so delighted to be wrong. Jade, I hope you reflect on your achievement tonight. I hope you carry with you, in addition to that diploma, the knowledge that you can absolutely accomplish the things you set out to do. Your intelligence, focus, and determination are huge assets that you will always have with you wherever you go. When someone doesn't think you will, you know you can. You should be so, so proud of yourself. Congratulations, Jade. Our next graduate is Maddie Richards.
Thanks. I'm just kidding. This is Maddie Richards, and we're joined on stage by Aaron Payne Christensen. I'm going to start off with a little story. Once upon a time last semester, maybe sometime right before or after the holidays, on a pretty typical day, I checked my school mailbox. It turned out to be all the junk mail a teacher can expect to find in his or her mailbox, but there was an exception on this day, a small white envelope bearing my name in someone's handwriting. I opened the envelope to find a card which contained a gift card for a massage, and the following quote: "Small acts when multiplied by millions of people can transform the world." My immediate response was twofold. My first was, yes, a massage. My second reaction, and that which became my primary focus, was who? Who was the kind person behind this random act? What had I done to deserve something like this? I spent 2 weeks trying to figure out the who. And then I saw Maddie in the hallway one random day, and she gave me this look. It was then that it struck me. Maddie had put the card in my mailbox. It was in the child care center that I really got to know Maddie through my daughter. My daughter Edie attends the Metro Child Care Center, and Maddie took to her immediately. I could always count on being greeted by Maddie in the center, happily willing to whisk Edie out of my hands and onward to fun. She knew Edie needed distracting while I made my way out of the center. I could always count on a report of all that Edie was up to for almost an hour every day. Maddie, I can't tell you what it means to see a student take such great care of my child. On the card you gave me was the Howard Zinn quote I mentioned earlier, but I would like to read it to you in its entirety because I think this quote encompasses so much of you. And the part that you left off on the quote was the part I think that's about you. We don't have to engage in grand, heroic actions to participate in the process of change. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world, even if it's in the form of a massage or a card. Maddie, you were quiet, understated, modest, and thankful. Through your work with Edie, I've also learned you're nurturing, caring, and patient. So patient. These are all qualities that will enable you to become such an incredible massage therapist. I wish you all the best at Carlson School of Massage Therapy, where you will attend school this fall. Congratulations. Kyani Adams.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm gonna help again with those flowers.
Thank you, Sarah. We love you. Thank you. I love you too, Mama.
Fan club. This is Kyani Adams, also known as Aki, and we are joined on stage by Pam Vasquez. Aki started at Metro in November of 2015. We saw right away that she is kind, respectful, smart, and she just has this spunk about her that makes you feel good just being in her presence. She attended school pretty regularly, ended up getting involved in theater, which is obviously a good match, and when she was on, any teacher would want to have her in class because she brought so much to the classroom. Aki was off to a great start, and then she found out she was pregnant. And the picture began to change as she realized the road ahead would quickly become steeper. That said, we made a specific plan, and you were determined to graduate by the end of first semester this school year. And then came morning sickness and fatigue and October bed rest. Even still, you were determined to graduate. You do the work at home between doctor and hospital visits and between much needed rest. And then on December 20th, your daughter, Azariah, came into your world. And life got a little more sweet and a lot more complicated. You were still optimistic about finishing your work and graduating first semester, which really worried me. And after a while, you relented and sent me this text. I might have to wait until May to graduate because I'm trying to balance work and Azariah and then schoolwork. And that text made me so relieved for all of us. You finished your schoolwork while working a full-time job and taking on one of the biggest responsibilities in life. I admire your dedication to finishing your high school diploma, your perseverance in seeing it all through, and the example you're setting for your daughter. You will be successful, Aki, because you are tenacious in going after the things you want, and you are absolutely committed to providing your daughter the very best. Congratulations on graduation.
You did it, girl!
Yeah. Cody Johnston, please. Hi, Cody.
How's it going?
We're going to try and make this short because I know Cody doesn't want to be up here. This is Cody. We're joined on stage with Chris Kilberg, history teacher. Cody came to Metro about 2.5 years ago after attending 3 different high schools in 3 different districts. We were his 4th high school in 3 years. Understandably, given all the moving and changing, he started with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, making it clear that school was not his thing. And truly, school is hard to dig into and enjoy when the setting keeps changing so often. Change is hard. And you experienced a lot of change in those years. Every single move required you to adjust to a new household, new community, new set of rules, different graduation requirements that we found out about. But as former Metro teacher Teresa Keeley, who you wanted me to mention in your speech, told you, you can't change the things that happen in life. You can only choose how you respond. So change you did. Sitting behind a desk, pencil and paper in hand, is not where you shine, Cody. It's with people. During the time that you tolerated school, I got to know the kid in there, behind all the pent-up frustration. Cody, at your core, you are a kind and caring young man. I want you to remember that you can deal with change easier if you lean on those people who are positive and supportive. People like Teresa, like Chris, Stacy, who helped you in the Learning Center, and Aaron, who you said always was understanding. And of course, your girlfriend, Kat, who's also graduating tonight. She was like your co-pilot along this leg of the journey. She calms you and helped keep you in check when you wanted to give up. You've had a long journey with much change, but change isn't always negative. Change can be filled with a long string of successes and people who have joined in that success with you. I hope you are as proud of yourself as I am of you for seeing through and being on the stage tonight. Congrats, Cody.
Thank you.
Next to the stage, Madison G.
Hi, I'm Tara, and with me is Gary, and I'd like to welcome Maddie, to the stage. When I first met Maddie, she was sitting across the table from me at McKinley Middle School during a meeting to determine if she would skip 7th grade altogether or go straight to 8th grade, which she did, by the way. She was one determined, intelligent young lady who was facing numerous challenges. Little did I know that when our paths crossed again a few years later, that I would meet this same determined, intelligent young woman, but that she would have already faced and overcome more challenges than I would have ever imagined or wanted for her in such a short time span. It's not that I ever worried about whether or not Maddie would graduate from high school, but it was about helping her figure out the calm in the storm, which direction her compass was pointing, and determining her path again after some difficult detours, which will always be a work in progress. That's how life works. Here is a pictorial roadmap to remind Maddie of some things she indicated were most important to her during our time together, along with a few I think she should keep in mind as well. So we're going to talk about the roadmap. The first one is a Spanish word. Right here. They're not going to be able to see it, but you are. It's querencia, a place from which one's strength is drawn, where one feels at home, the place where you are your most authentic self. And it's the best definition of home that I can find for you. The second one is fun, because you need to have it a lot for yourself. The third one, of course, cats and dogs. Please have pets in your life, a lot of them. The third one, or the fourth one, life is about balance, mind, body, spirit, and soul. You need to take care of yourself. Maddie had a lot of people taking care of her, and she wanted me to thank the whole Metro staff for taking care of her, but she also wanted me to thank her mom. Where's her mom? I can't see. Okay. Hi, Mom. Thank you for bringing her to Metro. She wanted to make sure that you knew that, because that is what helped her get on her path again. Skip the middle one. We'll come back to that. Meraki, which I believe is a Greek word, to do something with soul, creativity, or love, to put something of yourself into your work. Maddie's a very hard worker, and she does put her soul into her work, and once she finds her true path and calling, I know you will put your soul into it. She is a lotus flower, and if you know what a lotus flower is, a lotus rises from the mud and blooms out of darkness in balance. And Maddie always is seeking that balance, and she is a beautiful flower. I also put wanderlust on there because she does want to travel, and once she does, she will have some wanderlust. And the last one is where passion finds purpose, because right now she does have a purpose in life, but I believe she has yet to find her passion, and she definitely will. The last one is what I think she's probably wondering I'm going to do, because I told her I was going to do something different than maybe some of the other speeches. Titanium is a strong metal. It has a high resistance to corrosion, fatigue, and cracking. A few of its uses are for building aircraft, armor, spacecraft, and naval ships. Maddie, your resilience is titanium. This is for you. You think of that song, anytime anyone tries to tear you down, congratulations.
Knock me over.
Good luck, okay?
Next, I'd like to call up Kat Louie. Chris Evan Schwartz joins me with our graduate, Kat Louie. For those of you who do not know our graduate, Kat, she is a loving mother of 2 children, Anthony and Amelia. Where are they, Kat? Oh, there's Anthony standing up, and Amelia. Beautiful children. And she plans on becoming a CNA this summer, as well as continuing on to Kirkwood in the fall to earn her RN. She would like to thank her mom for calling her every morning and her dad for all of his support. She would also like to thank the Metro staff for their support during her time in school. Kat cares about others. Her calm, soft-spoken, kind demeanor will serve her well in the helping professions. Kat, you remind me of this blue scarf. You calmly and peacefully wrap around and take care of those you love. When you become a nurse, you will continue to do this for others. But when Chris first introduced you to me, you suffered from something many people who are wonderful mothers and who are also in the helping professions suffer from. You weren't taking care of yourself. Kat. Please remember to take this scarf and wrap it around yourself. Remember to do those things that you love and appreciate, like going to the gym, seeing your friends, and staying connected to a world that is not just about school and kids. Make sure you balance out your school and work and family life. Make sleep a priority. As you develop in your career, find what you are passionate about and pursue it, even if you have to make some sacrifices along the way to reach your goals. Also, please remember allow others to help you as well. You will always have Chris, me, and the Metro staff if you need something. And you have done such an amazing job advocating for yourself and your children. Kat is a student, a mother, and an amazing person. She is someone I look forward to following as she continues to accomplish her dreams. And who knows, maybe someday she will be taking care of me in a hospital or a doctor's office. Who knows? But if so, I know that I will have one of the most compassionate nurses in the medical field. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Tavie Onbeat.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm joined on stage with Gail and the infamous Tavie Onbeat. When I first saw my advisee list last August, I was excited to see a familiar name. Though we hadn't met yet, I'd felt like I'd known Tavie forever because in previous years, I'd heard about her constantly from her good friend and my former student. On the first day, when she confidently strolled into my room, I knew instantly we were going to click. Since then, I've come to know her and understand the breadth of what a fantastic and charismatic young lady she is. It says something that in such a short time, we've been able to connect on a different level and had some amazing, intense, meaningful, and productive conversations, as Tavie doesn't let just anyone know her in that way. Tavie is a perfect blend of self-love, self-awareness, stubbornness, and increasingly well-directed sass, all of which I love about her. Tavie's confidence and passion for those she loves is unmatched. She's fiercely loyal, expresses strength in all she does, and is a thinker of all things big and beyond herself. Her talent in theater and performance is well known throughout Metro. I've heard it said numerous times she strives for developing a quality production and she belongs on that stage. Tavie, I know you will take this beautiful mixture of qualities and talents to make a difference. It's okay to step back and explain your thoughts and feelings. It's okay to let your wall down and let in the light. Thank you for letting me be a part of your senior year. It has been an honor and I'm going to miss you. This might date me a little, but India Ari once sang, "What tried to demolish me, I allowed to polish me." Tavie, you are a true gem. Congratulations, and remember, we are always here for you. Next, we have Megan Strumming. You ready?
No.
Okay. Joined on stage with me and Megan is Chris. I don't remember how or when Megan and I were actually acquainted, but I can't remember my room without her. Suddenly, she had a permanent place by my desk, and we talked about everything and nothing. Generally, the nothing conversations stand out the most. Art, anime, my sad taste in music, candy preferences, good cheeses, my pathetic desk cleaning abilities, my borrowing her hairspray, her stealing my Pictionary cards, and Megan challenging me to pottery throwdowns are just a few of the art room oddities she humored me with. When Megan did her own thing a little more, she'd always pop in and show me her latest awesome hair color and bring me something thoughtful. Honestly, she started to remind me a little bit of an edgy Tinkerbell, gently floating around the building, mastering her skill of avoidance. Megan was a valued member of the Meals on Wheels Dream Team and is known for always being a rock for peers, and even spontaneously joined a friend on stage at a theater performance during a difficult moment. Megan's big heart is evident to all who cross her path. Megan, I know you will use that giant heart to make the world shine brighter. Remember to share it as often as possible, without regret or fear. Thank you for the last 4 years of nothing and everything. The pleasure has been all mine. A favorite artist of mine once said, "What if I fall? Oh, but darling, what if you fly?" Megan, I know you will fly. Congratulations.
Graduates, please rise. At this time, if you could move your tassels from right to left. May I present to you the graduating class, Metro High School 2017. Graduates, please take the time to go thank those that have helped you reach this point in your careers.
Live and Local is proudly sponsored by Dr. Fitzgerald and Associates. Protect your precious peepers. Eels and Tronvold Law Offices. Wang Collision and Repair Center in Fairfax.